It's a new year. It's time for another anniversary celebration. Apparently, we're hitting the 60th anniversary of the Avengers, which they will celebrate better than Luke Cage, which they basically did nothing for last year. And here to talk to me about all the festivities or lack thereof is Doc, lifelong Marvel fan. How you doing, Doc?
Better than Marvel Comics, so I'm actually pretty fucking good.
So as a Marvel Comics fan, and you're more of an X-Men guy, you're more of a Spider-Man guy, but you do like the Avengers, what would you expect, just as a fan, for Marvel Comics to do to actually celebrate the 60th year of Avengers?
For a sane company, I would expect, basically your big three, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, probably Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, Vision, probably the Wasp and Black Widow, as kind of like your core team doing a big year-long story. So I'm going to go ahead and go out on a very, very big limb here and say they're not going to do any of that.
No, they are not. We do have the initial details, at least. The Avengers are beyond Earth's mightiest. In honor of their 60th anniversary, Marvel Entertainment will be celebrating Earth's mightiest heroes with fans everywhere with a year-long lineup of new comics, collectibles, toys, apparel, accessories, home decor, party items, stationery, video series, live experiences, and more. It's nice that they're sealing the Spider-Man Beyond era for their 60th anniversary for Spider-Man and just painting it onto the Avengers now. Don't want anything original, not even a name.
Nope, not even a little bit. They're just going to go with something that already kind of, went with a whimper. They're going to keep leaning into that whole lifestyle brand nonsense because, actually doing a comic book and maybe a video game and a cartoon that represented the quintessential Avengers would be, well, way too much to ask.
Well, that's all part of the plans. Let's talk about the comic book they are going to release. They claim this is the 60th anniversary. I'm pretty sure this is just coincidental. Avengers #1 on sale in May, written by Jed MacKay, drawn by Marvel Stormbreakers artist CF Villa. This new era will see Captain Marvel leading the team of some of Marvel's greatest icons, including Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, and Vision, as they assemble once more to face the tribulation events and a new and insidious danger rearing its head, one that the Avengers know all too well, and one that comes to them in the most dangerous of guises, that of a friend. They've been trying to get this Captain Marvel, leader of the Avengers thing working for 10 years. It's never going to work. It's like having Cyborg be the leader of the Justice League. I'm supposed to believe Captain America, Iron Man, and Black Panther, and Thor, they're just going to be like, yes, Captain Marvel, you're in charge now because you're the bestest.
But the thing is, it's not even real Captain America. It's still Sam Wilson Captain America. So it's definitely not Captain America. So, I could see Sam Wilson bowing to Carol. But Thor, Iron Man, not a chance.
T'Challa? Yeah, right.
Yeah, and when I really think of some way to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Avengers, I think about it with Captain Marvel as the leader.
There's been some great Avengers events, some great Avengers stories, and Captain Marvel isn't in one of them. In fact, she's really the downfall of the Avengers. She was a major part of Civil War II, which was kind of like the beginning point of everyone realizing Marvel was just a fraud now.
Look, this is a company that is just not going to accept that their ideas are bad. They're just going to keep pounding on them. Carol had flittered in and out of the Avengers throughout her career. The idea of making her a mainstay of the Avengers as kind of their Wonder Woman and trying to turn a Trinity, Avengers Trinity into a square. When I think of the Avengers, Carol is nowhere even on the board. When I think of the worst stories, she is there. And so to celebrate the 60th anniversary, we're going to just dig deeper into all the shit that hasn't worked for a decade now. They're going to ride that stuff all the way to the rock bottom.
And I like Jed MacKay. I think his Moon Knight's been good. He's done a few good things here and there at Marvel Comics, but he's also done some really bad stuff. I believe he did the Taskmaster miniseries, which is atrocious. He also did the Strange miniseries, which is equally as bad. So it's not like he's a superstar writer or something. So it's not like they went out there and got somebody like You always wanted Jed McKay on Avengers. It's 60th anniversary. We're putting Jed McKay on there. This is for the fans. It was like, he's the guy that kind of has a name that maybe we can afford. So let's put him on the Avengers. Like, we all kind of know what it is.
I think we can all honestly say that's exactly what it is, because he's the guy that they have right now. He's not a bad writer. He's not a good writer by any stretch. He's a very middling writer, but he's cheap and he's available. You know, it's unlikely he's going to completely shit the bed, although he
but it doesn't feel like it's 60th anniversary worthy. No. But that's kind of the high moment of all this, at least the information that we do have. The next project is Marvel's Avengers Stunt Squad on Marvel HQ's YouTube channel, launching Saturday, February 11th. In collaboration with Hasbro, this new motion comic series of shorts will follow genius inventor Tony Stark, Iron Man, as he creates a new nanotech launch pad that allows his elite team of Avengers, aka his stunt squad, to fly through the air, show off their moves, and perform awesome heroic feats as they take their battles against Marvel's meanest baddies to delightful new heights.
Whatever this is, it's really kind of not the Avengers. I mean, and I will give Marvel a little bit of credit for actually using their 1.9 million YouTube subscribers to actually do something involving their characters that isn't, cooking.
But you and I both know this has nothing to do with the 60th anniversary of the Avengers. It just happens to be associated with the Avengers, so that, oh yeah, we created this to celebrate them. And it's like, I can see through all your lies. You guys are so broke, you can't afford to do anything cool, so you're just throwing everything randomly in there and saying, this is what we're doing.
Well, I don't even think it's that. I feel like it's, like somebody had an idea for a relatively cheap cartoon to probably sell a few little Hasbro toys. And they said, well, we don't have any characters there. We just have kind of an idea. They just wrapped an Avengers skin around another property that has nothing to do with the Avengers. So even if kids watch this and like it, their interest in the Avengers is not in the Avengers. It's in whatever this weird toy line is that they're shoving an Avengers skin onto.
And I have no issues with that, because that's what cartoons were when I was a kid. Just don't tell me that you're celebrating the Avengers with that. There's another program they're doing, Marvel Mech Strike Mechasaurs, this March only on Marvel's HQ Worldwide YouTube channel. In the third season of the popular Marvel Mech Strike short-form series, Ultron has returned to take over humanity by sending it back to the prehistoric age. When all hope is lost, Shuri and Iron Man discover a new Mech Strike armor to give them a fighting chance. Well, okay, it's another kids program. It has nothing to do with the Avengers in 60 years of greatness in comic books.
No, it's not. I mean, let's be honest. Mech Strike was always like weird Marvel Voltron that had a Avengers skin wrapped around it. And all this is weird Marvel's Transformers Beast Wars with an Avengers skin wrapped around it. Again, we're back in the same boat of they're just doing another season of a cartoon that only very, very tangentially relates to the Avengers as a property. They're just happening to just say, well, it's a 60th anniversary. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with a 60th anniversary. It barely has anything to do with the Avengers in the first place.
The final thing that they announced that they're going to do is the laziest yet. Outside of Marvel HQ, kids and families will also have a chance to dive into a number of classic and recent animated series featuring your favorite Avengers characters. Returning to Disney XD all year, library titles that will be highlighted through the year include Marvel's Avengers Secret Wars, Marvel's Avengers Black Panther's Quest, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, Marvel's Spider-Man, and Marvel's Spider-Man Maximum Venom. Most of those cartoons have nothing to do with the Avengers to begin with, and they were going to be on Disney XD anyway. It's like they're like this. You're doing nothing.
Yeah, this is. Hey, by the way, we're putting our video library back up on our sort of kind of streaming thing, and we get to save money because we don't have to actually greenlight a different show. So we're just going to run reruns, most of which have nothing to do with the Avengers in the first place. Hey, I will give it to them for the corporate speak of trying to spin cost cutting moves where we're just going to show reruns of stuff. into a celebration of the Avengers, anybody with even a few firing neurons and a basic functional understanding of the entertainment industry sees exactly what this is.
Well, also, anybody with 2 functioning brain cells should be able to look at a calendar and say, you know what? In 3 years, we had the 60th anniversary of Avengers and X-Men that came out literally in the exact same month. What could we actually do and what could we build up to that would celebrate the 2 teams, perhaps Avengers X-Men War, which we just zoomed past in Sins of Sinister #1. Maybe we could do that to celebrate the 2 teams and have something big and epic that would get people excited, and they're doing the least bit possible because I don't think they have any money, they don't have any readers, and I don't think they care about the Avengers. They care about the movies, but I think they realize that the comic books, I guess, are a sunk cost, and they're going to put 0 effort into it, but they're going to want me to care and then spend $10 on some stupid 1,000 issue that they just pull out of their ass.
Or an alpha issue or a number 0 or whatever it is that they expect you to somehow spend money on when it's very, very obvious to everyone that they put exactly as much forethought into this as I did into the last time I went to the restroom. I don't think these people give a good goddamn about anything that they're doing or about any of the characters that they're managing. I mean, that's pretty obvious by the way that they're managing them. So the likelihood that they actually even thought ahead, yes, competent editorial staff would have been like, planning 3 years ago or 2 years ago or even a year ago for this anniversary year, built something up, but instead we're getting to start the year with a cancellation of the Avengers. 2 months later, we're going to get to relaunch it again, none of which actually seems to reflect anything about involving the Avengers history or, for that matter, the X-Men's history. But yeah, we could have built up to it. We could have been doing something really cool. Competent editorial staff would have nailed that, but, well, this is Marvel we're talking about.
I don't know about you, but to me, it feels like they're more interested in celebrating Captain Marvel and all the failure that they've had with that character over the past decade. It didn't have to be that way. In fact, we talked about this on the channel about Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, and how she was an interesting character until Kelly Sue DeConnick got her hands on her and basically destroyed her, and it's been going on for a decade now. If you can't see the video here, there's also a link in the video description.